Howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about 3 Trump court losses. The Trump administration took a series of court losses this week in the seemingly ever-growing list of cases involving his executive orders and policies. We have a video from the second channel that goes over a giant list of the cases that, if you haven't seen it, it might be worth watching and getting familiar with the arguments, because they'll feature in news coverage for months and maybe years. Okay, but this week's developments. First up, a D.C. judge described Trump's freezes on grants and loans as ill-conceived from the beginning. She wrote that, quote, defendants either wanted to pause up to $3 trillion in federal spending practically overnight, or they expected each federal agency to review every single one of its grants, loans, and funds for compliance in less than 24 hours. The breadth of that command is almost unfathomable. She issued a preliminary injunction blocking the freeze. Next, back on February 13th, U.S. District Judge Ali told the Trump administration to at least temporarily unfreeze funds headed to nonprofits through U.S. aid. But it doesn't look like that happened. On Tuesday, the judge seemed to be losing patience. The judge questioned a government attorney about it, saying, quote, I'm not sure why I can't get a straight answer from you on this. Are you aware of an unfreezing of the disbursement of funds for those contracts and agreements that were frozen before February 13th? Are you aware of steps taken to actually release those funds? The attorney said they weren't in a position to answer the question. The judge gave the administration less than 2 days to unfreeze the funds. After that, the administration has filed saying they cannot comply with the judge's order in the time frame provided. The judge is not likely to be happy about that filing. During the proceedings on Tuesday, the judge said, quote, the purpose of this hearing is to understand and to hear arguments on the motion to enforce TRO. It is not an opportunity to relitigate the TRO, and seemed pretty unhappy that almost 2 weeks had gone by without progress. And then, in Washington State, District Judge Whitehead temporarily blocked Trump's ban on refugee admissions. The preliminary injunction orders the administration to restart refugee operations while the legal challenges play out. The judge said Trump has a lot of discretion in this matter, but that discretion isn't limitless, saying Trump, quote, cannot ignore Congress's detailed framework for refugee admissions and the limits it places on the president's ability to suspend the same. The cases will continue to be argued, and some are likely to make it to the Supreme Court, where the central argument will be the extent of executive power. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.